How would you like to have the chance to have a Pro Bowl Miami football player come and visit an elementary school of your choice? Could happen. It's WQAM's MVP experience with the Dolphins, Zack Seiler. And he's on board to speak at the school. Just go to WQAM.com and enter an elementary school in Broward or Dade now for your chance to get a visit from Zack. Seiler it on up. For contest rules, go to WQAM.com. And also, go get us a sack, dude. We need that. I haven't been able to do it all year. Not once in my living room.
Relax on that, though. He's got 14 games left. He had 10 was his career high. Why would he supposed to get one a game?
He's the only defensive lineman to do it back-to-back years, though, or defensive tackle.
All right. So you think he can still get 10?
I think so.
Okay.
Like
it's weird that we get mad when guys don't have those numbers, but it's a whole season.
You know what it is, though, dude. Yeah. You sign a big contract, you start 0-3. Everybody's like, hey, they're looking for solutions from somebody. Can somebody be a hero?
Exactly. But to be honest
Bradley Chubb's got 3 sacks.
To be honest with you, right now, it's more important that everybody does their job and nobody goes solo. Because sometimes when you try to reach and you try to do too much, you end up in a bad spot and you give up an even bigger play.
Didn't Mike McDaniel already throw him under the bus for going Leroy Jenkins?
Yeah.
I think he did.
And the way he called him out by going Leroy Jenkins. Jenkins on Jenkins crime. That don't work. So he went rogue based on what he normally does to point out somebody else going rogue. That's not the solution.
What would Socrates say to that?
I don't know. He'd say, don't put Darren Waller in there for too many snaps.
Dude, don't get me started again.
What?
And let's be clear. Some of these things that I'm talking about have literally nothing to do with Darren Waller. Right? It has to do with this guy better come in and be a Hall of Famer the way we waiting on him. Right? The situation that the Dolphins have put him in and he has put himself in makes it even more difficult for him to be successful. Because as soon as he plays, if he don't do nothing, then guess what?
Rats off a ship.
Yep.
NFL news, Titans coach Brian Callahan has given up the play calling duty.
To who?
I guess their offensive coordinator.
His dad's there. The offensive line hasn't been the same in Cleveland since he left.
Well, hasn't been very good in Tennessee because I've been watching those games, and Cam Ward's running for his life.
It's a result of players. The Cleveland thing was a result of scheme and how they did things.
Mike McDaniel says the Dolphins are ready to get back to work.
As it relates to the next opponent, I think it has been beneficial. I think the guys always after a Thursday night game, it's such a taxing endeavor for their bodies. So I think it was a good weekend spent for us to get back to work because I'm never mad at people having better perspective on how important the work week is, and you lose on Thursday night and you have to sit on it all weekend. That gets people as motivated as you could hope going into the next opponent, which is what we absolutely need to do.
Well, we've been sitting in it, dude. That's for sure. It's been pungent. A little air freshener in here. You know what I mean?
Can I? Never mind. Like, I'm not doing this.
Why?
Because I'm not going to shoot the messenger. And that's Mike McDaniel. He's relaying the thoughts and the messages of what it feels like to lose on Thursday and have the whole weekend to think about it. And I would say you don't.
You don't what?
Think about it. You got to move forward. You got to move ahead.
24-hour rule?
It's not even that.
12 hours?
It's not. There's nothing that frustrates me worse than somebody who gets extremely upset about defeat that didn't do everything that they could during the game.
Mhm.
Like, no, it's too late now. If you put everything out there and you lose, I can handle that. Okay, but don't after the fact say, "Oh, I could have did this, and that." No, that's what you're supposed to do before the game. What?
Nothing, dude.
No, yeah, it's always something.
It's not anything.
It's something.
It's not anything.
Okay.
He's got his guys in the right place, you know?
What?
I think he's got his guys in the right mindset, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Bob Seger said, dude.
Yeah, we go.
Turn the page.
Bob Seger.
Yeah.
Oh,
And the Silver Bullet Band.
I was thinking about Sager in Full House. Sorry. I'm like, what did he say? Bob
That's
Saget.
Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the same guy.
I know. No, I know. I know it was the same guy.
You remember when Bob
Well,
Seger said that, though, right?
No, I don't. But that's when you said Bob Seger. I'm like, the comedian? No, it's Bob Seger.
No.
I know. Like, why would I?
May he rest in peace.
Look at me.
Bob
Look at me.
Seger's also dead?
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about the
Saget.
yeah, Saget.
Oh, yeah, he
So
is.
let
dead.
me ask you a question.
Oh, no.
Why would I know who Bob Seger is?
You say you like all types of music,
I do.
you know?
I really do.
I feel like in stadiums they're playing that old-time rock and roll a bunch of times.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
But maybe not a turn the page. Not really a stadium bop.
No. Mm-mm. Nope. Because you can't have the little cheerleaders dancing to that.
No.
That's not a good
Too sad.
cheerleader dance song. Right.
Sad song.
Right. Oh, Dart named new starting quarterback in New York.
Yeah, that
He-
sounded like it was going to go that way.
Ross, you didn't even make it a month after throwing for almost 700 yards.
We knew that where that was going. It felt very much like it was going that way.
Dude, that is the perfect definition of a streets need a body. Because they more like, hey, Russ, come here. Let me talk to you for a minute. Listen, I know it's unfortunate, right? We said, what are they, 1-2?
The Giants?
0-3.
I think they're on 3.
0-3. You threw for 450 like you were unstoppable.
We're sorry that Dallas's kicker has a
Hey.
leg made of titanium.
But let me say this. You know, working in the Big Apple, working in New York, these streets need a body. It ain't gonna be me.
This was a day ball yesterday.
After one day, any thoughts on what you're going to do with quarterback moving forward?
We just watched the tape here. We're in the meetings with the players right now. You know, like I said yesterday, you know, in order to improve the passing game, and I'd say that was the number one thing we need to improve from yesterday, as a collective, everybody's got to be doing exactly the right stuff. So it's not all on one guy. You know, there's multiple reasons why, you know, certain plays didn't, you know, come out the way we wanted them to come out, and we'll continue to do that.
So Russ remains the starter moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, we're working through, you know, all personnel decisions, and we'll do that over the next few days.
Hold on, so you're not saying Russ is the starter, right? You're saying you're still working through that?
Yeah, we're doing what we normally do, which is, you know, watch the tape. We're just watching it with the players right now. So, you know, we'll have staff meetings after this. When we come in, we watch the tape, offense, defense, kicking game as a staff, and then we go meet with the players. That's where we're at right now.
We say what you normally do. Most Monday afternoons, you know who your quarterback's gonna be the upcoming week if everyone's healthy, though. It just seems a little different. Your responses.
Now you got to go.
Yeah.
Jackass,
Well, look, we're
so-
going through the tape
right?
right now. We're evaluating everything.
So quarterback change is on the table.
I'd say we're evaluating everything.
Well,
Look.
they evaluated it. Jackson
Hey.
Dart.
It's like you see how coaches or people could get upset.
Yeah, but he was doing coach speak do-si-do.
Well,
You got to pin him down.
all right, I got you.
He was being a little squirrely. I understood why they did that.
But
Plus,
did you see what Neighbors said after the game?
what did he say?
He said he was very frustrated, obviously very visibly frustrated.
Because Russ threw it away on 4th down?
Yeah, but he even said, he was like, it's not the quarterback. He was like, it wasn't Daniel Jones. It's not the quarterback. That's not the problem here.
But
So he sounds like a coach?
you can change the quarterback and get a reprieve.
I don't know. He was
Now,
alluding that
all
it's the
these
coach's problem.
all these fans are gonna see Jackson Dart, and they're gonna all get excited, and they're gonna forget about the real reasons why their team isn't any good.
This is the other thing too, and this is kind of like, and it doesn't mean that Dayball's going to keep his job, but let's be real about it. It's amazing they kept their job after last year.
Mm.
This is your Hail Mary as a coach. Like this is, let's hope the rookie's really good, and then we can say we're building on something for next year. I get to keep my gig.
Daniel Jones is doing fine.
He is doing fine.
You know, somebody need to lose their job if Daniel Jones goes and has a
You would have thought somebody
career.
lost their job for letting Saquon Barkley walk to a champion,
So true.
and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
So
think about that. You kept Daniel Jones and let Saquon walk, and then you got rid of Daniel Jones, and both of them are playing.
yeah, I mean it's crazy.
Well, that's the thing. Like Neighbors literally said, he was like, it wasn't DG. It's not like it's not the quarterback. The quarterback's not the problem. Which, like, if your best player, I mean, he is essentially their best player right now, is saying that, like, that's scary.
So, question: with all this stuff
Mm-hmm.
going on, right? And you got a guy who let Saquon go
Yep.
and paid Daniel Jones, and then got rid of Daniel Jones.
Yep.
Like, I mean, that's more of a solid situation than down here. Because at least,
More of an egregious situation.
yeah,
Only
because
because
at
Tua's
least,
but only because Tua's on another team. It would be like if Tua went to another team right now and balled out, it would be the same thing. Right now, the
Yeah.
Dolphins are just stuck with.
I mean, we
Tua.
do have a lot of players balling out on other teams.
You don't think there's any like? Do you think there's anything Tua could do this year where he gets benched? Because he's been bad.
No.
This is the worst.
No,
this has been the worst he's played football.
Well, here's why. Because sometimes players and coaches get into their mind how they want something to look. And they go out and try to perform and do that thing, and it doesn't look right. And I think Tua's trying so hard to get rid of the ball that he's not going through his natural progression.
And maybe he's not.
Or
I'm just asking if he continues playing like this and he
There's-
turns over the ball the way that he has, and it's been a lot.
No, there's no. How many turnovers do they have?
4 in 3
Won a
games.
In 3 games.
And 2 of them to end games, and he got away with 1 because of an offsetting penalty. So he would have 5.
It doesn't count then.
Whatever, dude.
It doesn't count.
All right, fine. Doesn't count. Still not good.
I don't think there's any situation that they benched him.
No situation.
I think their only way is if Mike McDaniel's not your head coach. If
No,
he gets fired,
I
throughout the
still don't
season.
think they would.
You don't think Mike McDaniel wants to take Zach Wilson out for a spin?
No, I
No.
think he genuinely thinks that Tua is the best person to get, like, is the best option to get him a win. His offense is created around him at the end of the day.
Hot seat's a funny thing though. Like it's different when everything's gravy and you look at Tua as the reason you have the job is because you looked upon as fixing Tua. Now all of a sudden, if let's just say Tua's more banged up, he's just not the same guy this year. He hasn't looked like the same guy.
Mm-mm.
But it's weird how he's looked. Like he looks extremely antsy, right? Like the sudden turns and I don't know why, right? Like, you know what? And here's the problem. In a lot of things that we do, when you try too hard to do something well, it doesn't always look right. A lot of times when you have the bleep it attitude, you just relax and go play.
Mm-hmm.
And so Tua seems like he's trying so hard to be so perfect that it doesn't look right. Whereas before he kind of had a little cockiness to him where I'm just playing football or whatever, and he seemed to have more success. So I don't know what the answer is.
But let's say Tua goes out there Monday Night Football. If the Dolphins lose Monday Night Football, just flat out lose, and they drop to 0-4, people are going to be wondering about Mike McDaniel's job status. Like that's gonna be a thing.
Of course.
So Tua's not up for that. Like as the highest paid player on the team, if he goes, let's say he has a 2 interception game against the Jets and they lose, like you don't think Stephen Ross has to come down? He's like, hey man, what should we look in another direction? Like should we? He goes, you want to take out Quinn Ewers? You want to try Zach Wilson?
I don't think they would ever do that because your best option is playing quarterback. Like those other 2 guys aren't going to be close to what Tua does. What you have to do is get Tua out of his own way. That's coaching, right? That's getting him right in the right spot mentally. Because sometimes you get into a situation where you try so hard that it looks terrible. And it just looks like he's trying to be so perfect and trying not to Give him the ball, send him in the game, and go play football, whatever that entails, right? Like it seems like there's too many situations where he's trying to do the right thing. He's not playing football.
No, I understand, but most people in this sport, like you're gonna have a leash on this stuff. Russell Wilson's more accomplished than Tua is. Maybe he's not done the stuff with the Giants, but he's got more of a pedigree than Tua does.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying, is there a break? There's never a breaking
No,
point.
there is a breaking point. We just not there yet.
No, I'm not saying, but I don't. But are we that far off? Is it one game? Is it 2 games of stinkers? I'm talking he's got to stink.
Right. Okay.
I'm talking he's got to stink.
Right. Like if his play is poorly for a couple of, then you might think about doing something like that. However, like, let's not put this, all on to. I'm one of those people that believes, if you change the quarterback, would his team be better?
Mm.
I don't necessarily know that.
I don't either.
So
I don't either. We'll take a break. Mix things up on the other side.